Feels weird to do this, friends. This is Dolynny TV. Been a few days off at this rate. Obviously, welcome to November. Welcome to time change. Welcome to winter. Welcome to the next calendar month of the Edmonton Oilers regular season. Off with, not the worst start. I mean, we did win the Battle of Alberta. That's what's up with the Oilers here recently. Monday Night Hockey on Prime. Would have been nice to watch, but that was poor at best. I gave up about 20 seconds in. That said, there's been a whole bunch of stuff going on with me, with the Oilers, with hockey, and figured we'd just catch up. You know, a title like What's Going On with Those Edmonton Oilers? That's a pretty good title to get things going. So welcome back aboard. I know I actually did get a comment, what the heck's going on? You okay? Friends, if you're new to the channel, hey, you're getting a pretty good taste of what this is all about. Consider hitting that subscribe button with Dolynny TV here. Love to have you aboard. Again, if you're returning to the channel, haven't done that yet, closing in on 17K. I know maybe actually posting would help get that 17,000 subscribers. Don't worry about that. We won't work too heavy there. What we know today, friends, today's news. I should focus on what happened today. Drake Caggiula has been loaned to the Bakersfield Condors. Happened, I want to say about noon today, right around that waiver wire time. So he's back with Condors, not needing waivers thanks to a passing through earlier in the past 30-day month stretch. So Drake Caggiula gets in with the Oilers for a couple and doesn't really disappoint. But I think, Noah Philp quite outshined him, and that's kind of where the Oilers want to save a little bit of cap space. And knowing that Connor McDavid is sooner rather than later on the injury front, we're going to take that for what it is and save some cap space while we can. Then, the Oilers last night, you know what? The headline was not playing on Amazon Prime. The headline was not losing 3-0 to the New Jersey Devils in a back-to-back situation. Hey, I'm giving the Oilers a break here. I'm being positive. Everybody bear with me. I know it's new concept. The Oilers, they made a trade last night. Old Stan Bowman getting a little action going during the game time there. I think it came down like 3 minutes into the game or something. The Oilers acquired Ronnie Attard from the Philadelphia Flyers in exchange for Ben Gleason. And now you might most famously remember Ben Gleason for being a part of the Oilers' 7th defenseman experiment last year, kind of going out on a road trip with the Oilers and getting an NHL paycheck for being a healthy AHL vet for the team, a consummate pro, as some have put it. Well, he goes to Philadelphia. He'll likely get into action right away with them. And then Attard will solve the vet problem in Baco, right? There's an issue. We're sitting guys in Baco that we shouldn't be sitting. And that is alleviated by Ben Gleason going elsewhere. And now you have a young guy that's not considered a vet. Savvy pickup here from Stan Bowman, a guy on the upswing here at 25 years old that's also a right shot defenseman. And we like those in Edmonton. So that's what you need to know, right? That is essentially the Coles notes. The Oilers lost the game against the Flames on Sunday. Or won the game against the Flames, what am I saying? And then lost on Monday against the Devils. Ultimately, the standings, I mean, you read into that what you will. We were out of the standings picture on the American Thanksgiving last year, and that straight up didn't matter. So whatever you want to say about whatever is fine and dandy by me at this point. I'm not going to blame you. But in the current standings, the Oilers are third in the wild card chase, 6-1, 13 points, currently actually tied. But because they have more games, they don't qualify. They're 2 points out of third place in the Pacific Division, 4 points out of first place. And this is the McDavid-less Oilers we're talking about. So bear with it. It'll all be fine. This weekend could be a fun weekend if McDavid does indeed return. But what I want to talk about is what's going on with Dolynny TV. What's up? Where I've been? Well, I think for any of you that follow the community tab, you would have seen this pop up a few days ago down there at Rogers Place. For those of you that don't know what happens there on off days from the Oilers, UFC Fight Night Edmonton took place on Saturday night, and I will tell you it was an absolute treat to be there. It's the first time I've gone to Rogers Place for anything non-Oilers related, and it was quite amazing. I will tell you, seeing a completely different crowd at Rogers Place, anyone that knows UFC, you would know what I'm talking about. And at the same rate, too, being a part of something that I've never seen live. UFC is something that has kind of been on my list of things to see live since sometime back in 2022, I want to say, is when I put that on the list, and got it to happen here finally. I mean, just by chance, right? It comes to Edmonton. Doesn't come to Edmonton very often, once 5 years or so. So that was pretty cool. And overall, it was a great night, right? Lots of great fights, lots of Canadians on the cards, and it was just awesome. I have no other really way to put it. And kind of, time change happened the next morning. Waking up in downtown Edmonton, don't do that very often anymore, right? I don't think I can even claim to have done that since college. So quite honestly, that was a little wild in that sense of, okay, now it's time change, and why the heck's so bright out at 7:30 in downtown Edmonton? Isn't this a dark city in wintertime? Oh, right, clocks went back. So hilarity there on my morning escape back to down south. I'll tell you, gotta enjoy a hockey game as soon as I got back down south. So that was pretty cool to be down at Pete Knight Arena and catching some Airdrie Lightning U13 hockey at that point with some friends. So that was good, cheering on the boys. And then obviously as well, oh no, that's the injury updates. Where are we going with this? We're going here. Did I not load the oh, there it is. I skipped a slide. Sorry, skipped a slide. But yeah, I obviously Sunday was full, and then time change catch up was kind of real for the past few days. So that's where we've been. And what was the extra neat about being at UFC Edmonton, which is, hey, there's always got to be something cool about going to Rogers Place. It broke the record for highest grossing UFC fight night in North American history. The attendance was 16,000 people. I will tell you, the seating was arranged weird, because if you kind of like flash back to that other picture there, you kind of see how it works there. You've got some screens, projector screens in the corners. Obviously, you've got seating on the floor, and then you've got lower bowl and upper bowl. And just by missing the lower bowl or the upper bowl kind of corners and stuff, and then also not exactly selling out the Sportsnet Lounge and all that area by the looks of it, just from my seats in section 109, which if you also know on Dolynny TV, those are the seats of choice. It was maybe not as big of a crowd as it felt like in person, but it still was a sizable crowd at 16,000 for something completely unrelated to the Oilers, and not some major rock, country, pop act hitting the stage at Rogers Place. So pretty fantastic all around, friends. We're back to regularly scheduled programming sometime soon. Obviously, it is heating season now that things are dipping below -10 overnight. And that does also indicate that we got to stress the work situation a little bit more for the next few weeks. But I promise you, we'll stay up to date with everything Edmonton Oilers as per usual when time permits. And then we'll be full run through December for what is going to be a fun World Juniors this year. I promise you that. It is going to be electric to be a part of it this year, because of just simply having a little bit more time at Christmas, because of the way the calendar falls. So for right now, I'm up on out of here. You enjoy your night. Thanks for being aboard. I am up on, gone.